Hello, we are again.
Hello.
Hello, we are again in freedom of, let's say, free women's Zoom, where we try to
Yes.
speak about life of ladies, to speak about different ladies and their lives, and we are trying to make a mirror of the ladies represent to our society. And today we will speak about ladies in South Korea, and we'll do it with Emma Ho. Thank you, Emma, for being part of this conversation.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Actually, so I wear the Korean traditional costume hanbok
I know.
because yes, of course. So because 2 weeks later, so we have a lunar days. So that's why I would like to introduce the Korean traditional costume to European people. So that's why I wear the hanbok and I wear the the clothes and the accessories.
So you are a very traditional Korean lady now, respecting
Yeah.
traditional things and traditional culture. Let
Okay,
us
thank you.
know more about this event.
Yeah, pardon. So I can understand. I can hear you.
Sorry,
So,
I would like to know more about this
mm,
tradition, this Korean tradition.
yeah, because there are so many traditional things, but especially I would like to introduce first me because nowadays I'm running about the Korean traditional things about that. So that's why could I introduce first to you?
Okay, so Emma, may you introduce yourself to our viewers, who you are, you who you have studied, and to which things are you working on? I know you are part of, let's say, a very peaceful organization, but
Mm.
I would like more, let's say, introduction beyond it, even with it. It.
Okay, so hello, my name is Emma Sebyeogo. So I'm from South Korean. So my Korean name is Sebyeok. It means white, clean, and clear. But I'm usually using the Emma name when
Which is
I
a European
communicate
one.
with yes, of course, when I communicate with foreign friends or people.
So it is
So
tradition there. Every lady and every man has even a European name. You know, yes?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm currently working for kids and elementary school students as an English picture book storyteller instructor. So that's why I am interested in learning foreign languages, including English and French,
And you
especially.
are trying to learn even Albanian, some.
Okay, so especially I would like to learn Latin language like Italian, Spanish, and Portugal. In recent years, I have been interested in Balkan language, especially Croatian and Serbo-Croatian language, because 3 years ago, so I tried to learn about the Albanian language, but I think it's very difficult to me, so that's why a little bit give up to me.
Yeah,
But
there is a lot of grammar, grammatic,
yeah,
and so it's very ancient language and a little difficult for all
yeah.
foreigners.
Yeah, so that's why nowadays I'm trying to learn about the Croatian and Serbo-Croatian languages. So it wasn't really easy to find this book in Korea, but I'm really happy to get a Croatian travel conversation book nowadays because I really wanted to run it. So by running variety of foreign languages, I can communicate with a variety of people and so I can spread the beautiful Korean culture to European.
Okay,
Uh, besides, um,
it's good to
besides I
know
can
what
run
there
French
are a lot
culture.
of things you are trying to do, and we are a very hard worker lady. But I would like
Yeah,
to let our viewers to know about the ladies' life in South Korea. So may you
uh,
tell us, are you married? Are you separated? Are you single? And
mm,
after that, we can speak about, let's say, the way of living ladies in South Korea.
mm, actually, so nowadays Korean women are basically beautiful and strong in a woman. So
I agree.
like me.
I agree.
Yes, As the time have changed, so that's why the lives of Korean women have also gradually changed. So and now women's lives are appearing in various ways depending on their personality of the people. So as time changed, the lives of Korean women are also changing. In the past, as an agriculture society, Korea had lived mainly with large families, and women mainly lived a life of doing housework and raising children at home. But now, women also want to live as experts in society. So after getting married, so we want to live as a career woman who is working hard in society while raising children. When
So
married,
is the South
um,
Korea society a masculinist one? So the ladies have difficulty to make a career. The ladies have
yeah,
difficulty to be
yeah, of
discharged in
course.
life. Tell us about this more, please.
Yeah, that's right. So because many Korean girls married, so the society pressed so the quit the job because the Korean society thought so the taking care of children or child is the job of a woman. So that's why some of women don't want to be married because it's a like a obstacle of their career.
I
So
see.
that's why
Some other
so
one,
many things is changing. Yeah.
some other one gets married and get
Mm.
divorced because they don't face this difficult life there. Is that right?
Mm, but it depends on the peoples because as you know that the getting married and divorced and separate it's not easy and it's not common. So that's why it depends on the peoples and the thoughts and value. So that's why I can tell the directly. I can talk about these things because this is not commonly thing. So that's why. So it depends on people, but I can tell you. So the society is changing and the woman's thinking is changing. So that's why the getting married, not married is not important to things in women, Korean
So
women.
let
Yeah.
us know, is the law helpful when you get married and you are not satisfied of a marriage and you want to get divorced? Law, does sweet to ladies or sweet to men?
Of course. So many Korean women want to meet some sweet men. So the Korean women want to separate the housework because the men works in outside society. The Korean woman too. So that's why. So in housework, the Korean woman think the housework is separate or help each other. So that's why. So many Korean women want to sweet boy or sweet man, yeah,
Great.
or
Anyway,
gentleman.
tell us about the vacation time for ladies in South Korea. Do
Yeah.
you know how we do in our European countries? How do you use the beach time? We have very extravagant wearing there. Is that
Mm.
the same in South Korea, or you have some conservative, let's say, attitude in front of ladies? I am asking.
Uh, Actually, so the previous generation, many Korean women has a conservative because of the society pressed the women. But nowadays, so many people changed the thing. So that's why some of people are conservative, some of people has open minded. So that's why I think the Korean society is changing like a variety of society. Yeah.
You know, I have seen myself, let's say Seoul and Danjeon, and I have seen young people there kissing each other in street like in Europe, like in
Mm,
Rome, like in Brussels, like in
mm.
Tirana. So let's say capital is very, very emancipated, is very modern. I don't know if the same is to the peripheria, to the country, and to the other part of seaside.
Oh yes, of course. The it depends on the city and the regions because and the generation. So actually, the youth generation and young men and women so want to the kiss in each other in the city, so in the region, but the more older people, elderly people don't want kiss and hug in the street because this is not the previous society so depressed the old women and elderly people. So that's why so it depends on the Korean society changing the flow. So that's why I think nowadays many youth generation are open-minded. So that's why some like European people, yeah.
Okay, good. Anyway, if somebody get some ladies, we are speaking to ladies, for ladies, get divorced from the man and have children, the law there gives the children to mothers or to fathers. How it's treating them.
So actually,
As much
maybe
as you know, because you are young, you don't have children, so maybe you don't have the experience. But to your knowledge,
I think it's very so difficult questions because this is a private problem. So that's why some children, the mother, some case of the mother taking care of their children. So another case is daddy is caring about caring of children. So it depends on the financial problem, in addition financial problem and the family's problem. So that's why it depends on their private problems. So that's why so it's
speaking about
difficult.
the financial problem, may you
Yeah,
tell
of
me, as
course.
much as you know, are
Yeah.
ladies paid less than men in South Korea?
Oh, pardon.
Are the ladies paid less money than men in South Korea? If you work to
Yeah,
the
of
same
course.
institution
mm.
and if they give more money to men than to ladies.
So actually, so as I told you, so when the woman are get married, a woman get married, so when they have children, so most of Korean women so quit the job because of taking care of children.
I
So
see.
that's why so when the woman divorced, so it's a problem because so the Korean woman wanted to taking care of children because Korean woman has a lot of motherly heart, but the reality, so it's a problem of financial support because it's a problem to taking care of the people. So that's why so they try to they try to find something about that, and they try to earn the financial support from the man. So because so that's why so it is difficult, but mostly the Korean women want to take care of the people, so that's why they devote to
Yes,
children. So
the
that's why
mother are
this is a
mothers
problem. Yeah.
everywhere, I see.
Yeah.
So let us speak about you. I know you
Mm.
are an open-minded lady, a
Yeah.
Korean lady, but with experience in European cultures, you are learning a lot of language, so you know. Let's say, are you single? Are you thinking to find any European guy? So the guys from Europe who are free, not like me, and to your wage, maybe should contact you. How do you think
Oh, of course.
family would think of it?
Of course, so it's not problem about the European or Asian. So the best important thing is so he must be respect me because so I am just I am. So that's why so I think it's a very important thing to respect each other. So that's why it's no problem to contact with me, whatever, wherever. And of course, European boys is
So
good.
you maybe consider an offer from Europe to make a
Yeah, of course.
relationship. And tell us about, let's say, this COVID time, the last question. How
Hmm.
have the ladies faced this situation? Because I've been part of your conference. You were saying ladies from Balkans are suffering because of violence in home, because
Hmm.
of quarantine and lockdown. So
Hmm.
tell us, let us know something more about Korean ladies during the COVID
Uh,
time.
Actually, so as you know that, so I'm working the peace organization for the women rights and the real peace. So that's why, so I always find the UN Women reports. So for know about the Balkan region and the European region and the USA region. So I think it's a very severe, but but for example, Albania. So in UN Women reports, so it appeared about the domestic violence, but in Korean society, so most of the things so not revealed, so they are covered about domestic violence. So that's why I think a lot of people who are abused from their
Amen.
husband or
A family
the
man.
yeah partner man. So that's why, so I think more severe, not revealed. So that's why, so I think so we should find something about that, and we should help us some people who are mm, the infected or the hurted from the domestic
More
violence.
or less is the same in Korea and European and Balkans country. Unfortunately, it is a masculine society everywhere, but there are countries where the ladies are getting stronger, like
Mm,
Norwegian, like Sweden. So
mm,
you fight for it to be equal,
mm.
and you do a good
Yeah,
job. I know because I
uh,
followed your conference and I published the news you released.
yeah. Actually, so I think so I prefer the method of like a Gandhi or the Mother Teresa, because
They
so
are
I think
philosophically intelligent. Yes,
yeah.
I do
So
agree. You
I
want
should
and not
find some
use
the
them
more
for support.
intelligent find, because so fight makes another fight. So the conflict makes another conflicts. So that's why this is not real method. This is not good things about to solve the problem. So that's why, so of course my method, my thinking is the things to slowly version. But I think more it's better than another method. So that's why, so
I do agree totally with you.
mm, mm, mm.
I would like to thank you for being with us, and I will suggest by this interview the European guys who are
Mhm.
single that contact you. They will be lucky.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for this very interesting interview. We know more about the European, let's say, Korean ladies, their lives, and the law there, and maybe we can turn back to discuss about because we have to exchange Europe with
Mhm,
Asia,
mhm,
Albania with Korea, Serbia with Korea, with China. So
mhm,
the world is getting, let's say, metaphorically smaller. Thank
mhm.
you again and wish you all the best.
Okay, thank you. Ciao.
Ciao.